Hello and welcome back to Love Letters to Lois by Art. This is Art, my grandfather, and Lois, my grandmother, and these letters were written by Art in 1944 when he was serving as a United States Marine during World War II. To recap the story thus far, there have been 3 letters written from Art to Lois. They enjoyed 3 lovely days together, and then following that 3-day time period, Art receives orders that he must report to California and go all the way across the country. And this was just devastating news to him. So let's begin with this week's letter, letter 4. So this letter was written on Saturday, April 22nd, 1944. And it begins, Dearest Lois, here I be, way out in California. Arrived here at about 5 last night and began school this morning. All the fellows in the barracks have left for liberty. We only have Saturday night and Sunday off, except for yours truly. I must write my little darling first. Honestly, Lois, sure have been in the dumps since I left Norfolk. Had you on my mind all the way across. God, I hope these next 5 weeks pass quickly. Now, if only a couple letters from you come, maybe I can hold out for these 5 weeks. The school I'm going to ain't so bad. It's right at the North American plant. Have civilian instructors, eat at the plant, and then sleep at the barracks across the road. My class in B-25s is made up of 10 doggies, 5 swabbies, and 1 Marine. That's me. Odds are about even, don't you think? School goes from 7 till 4, 6 days a week. Fun is over for a while, but that's okay. It'll be quite an education. From 4 till 5 each day we must have exercises. First workout for me for a heck of a while. Finished up the workout by running 2 miles, and I guess you can know I feel it about now. By the time I get back to Norfolk, I should be in good shape again. No drinking, very little smoking. Thanks to you, honey. My sea bag and locker haven't come as of yet, so I'm a bit fouled up with clothes and other gear. Good thing I put some writing materials in my bag. I was thinking of you when I did that. No pen though, so please excuse the pencil. Everything will be here next week and it will get back to normal. Gosh, honey, I hope a letter comes real soon, so I'll be able to know how you still feel about me. No need for me to tell you how much I'm in love with you, as you sure must realize that. I guess I'll always be in love with you, regardless of how things turn out. As I look at your picture right now, it just seems alive. Remember how I compared the picture with you by placing it up under your chin? Well, that is how I see your face every time I look at that pretty little face of yours. Then the way I liked best, when you had sat across from me on the couch and you had your head a little cocked and those beautiful brown eyes just sparkling. How I wanted to kiss them. Remember that pose, honey, for when I see you again, I'm going to do that. I'm going to kiss you all over your face, and you will know how much in love I am with you. How is every little thing with you, Lois? Just glowing with health as usual, I bet. Let me know how things are going in the new house. Still #1 cook, are you, honey? Wish I could have sampled some of your cooking. Have to be just content with the idea that you are a wonderful cook. Remember me to the girls, dear. They sure are a nice bunch. It is something to know that there are still girls like you 4 around. Was beginning to think virginity was a thing of the past. Darling, I think I better close now. It is so cold in here. Gets warm during the day, but very cold at night. I crawl under the blankets and dream of you. Good night, darling. Okay, now it's time for questions, commentary, and conclusions. Conclusion number 1. Once again, Art experiences inequality and separation from others. He tells us that all the fellows have left for liberty except for yours truly. In previous letters, we learned that he received less money than his brother when they both wired for money. And Art's experience of inequality seemed to be commonplace to him, as he told Lois that naturally he received less. We also know he was separated from his buddies for this special assignment in California. It's supposed to be a good thing. I find this all very interesting, and I look forward to knowing more about his special assignment. He barely touches upon it in these letters, except to say that he expects to receive quite an education, and that sounds like a good thing. Okay, question 1. What is the North American plant? Why are civilians teaching our military men? And what is a typical day like there? I would love to know what they ate. Perhaps we'll learn about this stuff in future letters. Question 2. What is a B-25 and what was he learning about them? They sound like planes to me and he was not a pilot. I do know that he worked for Gillette and invented a some kind of clutch process for their mechanical engineering line of the razors. So perhaps he was learning the mechanics of the engines of planes. Last question, question 3. What are doggies and swabbies, and why do we refer to them as that? And why is the ratio about even with 10 doggies, 5 swabbies, and 1 Marine? Closing conclusion. It appears that my grandfather Art was clearly, a feeler like me, a very deep feeler, and also was a great visionary. He comforts himself with picture. He appreciates just poses even of Lois with her head cocked in certain positions, and he longs to create those positions again and add in the special detail of the kisses all over her face. I appreciate his DNA more and more with each letter, as a matter of fact. Although I think war is a horrible story under any circumstances, I do ponder if deep imagery and feelings can only come forth in souls during challenging times, such as the times that we're living in right now, as a matter of fact. So let us think good thoughts of kisses and love on special, precious little faces until our letter for next week. Stay tuned. Thank you for listening to Love Letters to Lois by Art. I'm Deborah. See you next week for letter number 5. Take care and God bless.